right, we have just gotten word that the ribbon has been cut for the 77th annual North Carolina Azalea Festival Parade. Things are getting started.
Here they are, the Wilmington Police Department and New Hanover County Sheriff's Office motorcycles, motorcade. They're always out there helping to keep our community safe. Big round of applause for the Wilmington Police Department and the New Hanover County Sheriff's Office.
Following our law enforcement, we have the parade's Grand Marshal.
The festival banner is coming through right now at the intersection of Princess and 3rd Street. The North Carolina Azalea Festival would like to welcome you to the 77th annual parade presented by the U.S. Army. Please help us in celebrating Wilmington, North Carolina, and the men and women who make this all possible. We really hope you guys enjoy this today.
Behind the festival banner, you're going to see our 2024 Azalea Festival Parade presented by U.S. Army Grand Marshals Deputy Sheriff Michael Fike and Captain David McAlpine.
And we have some Sheriff's Office vehicles coming through right now. Yeah, let's hear those sirens.
And we just want to say thank you to all of our law enforcement in the area for protecting our community.
And we got Darren the Lion with the DARE program here riding in a Sheriff's Office Jeep. Everybody wave to Darren the Lion.
All right, coming up next, we have the Wilmington Police Department. I want to say those bagpipes sound incredible this morning. They are coming along with the Wilmington Police Department.
And you can see members of the Wilmington Police Department here riding their e-bikes, which is a new program they use to connect with the community, led by Police Chief Donnie Williams. Big round of applause for Chief Williams.
And what you're hearing is the Wilmington Police Department pipes and drums. The Wilmington Police Department has brought some really fun parade entries for us this year. Again, you are currently hearing the pipes and drums with the Wilmington Police Department. They also have their mobile command post. You're also going to see the bomb truck, the K-9 truck, the SWAT truck, the color guard, and you're also seeing the horses walk by right now. And then we're also going to see the WPD boat and trailer. Coming through right now is the Wilmington Fire Department. Thank you so much to all of the firefighters in Wilmington who respond to our emergencies every day.
Coming through now is the ILM Wilmington International Airport Operation Division. That is a serious vehicle right there. That is their fire rescue vehicle for the airport. And they're here reminding us all to fly ILM.
That's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
That thing is serious.
One more time for Wilmington International Airport. Coming up next, you can also hear them this morning. Today's parade is sponsored by the U.S. Army. On behalf of the festival, let's give a big round of applause to this next unit, the U.S. Army.
You are hearing the 82nd Airborne Division Band right now. Don't they sound great?
Thank you to everyone who is serving in our U.S. Army and who has also served in the U.S. Army. Coming up next is Azalea Festival invited guest Jennifer Vickery Smith. She hosts the popular Got It From My Mama podcast, where she shares conversations with mothers of famous entertainers and athletes about family, faith, and fame. Jennifer is the mother of country music artist Connor Smith, who performed at last year's Azalea Festival, and works as a reporter, anchor, producer, and print journalist in both entertainment and broadcast news.
And right behind Jennifer Vickery Smith is invited guest Elle Graham. She's an actress best known for her role as Nancy Wheeler in the feature film Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, based on Judy Blume's beloved book. And she's also known as Savannah in the Disney mystery adventure series Secrets of Sulphur Springs.
And coming up next is another Azalea Festival invited guest, Carl L. Schultz. He is a retired four-star admiral who last served as the 26th commandant of the United States Coast Guard. Personal awards include the Department of Homeland Security and Coast Guard Distinguished Service Medals, the Defense Superior Service Medal, and 4 Legions of Merit. Thank you so much for your service, Carl.
Coming through now at the intersection of Princess and 3rd in that orange Corvette is invited guest Taylor Lloyd. She is your 2023 Miss North Carolina. We're so happy to have her back in Wilmington after she served in our Queen's Court last year. Taylor Lloyd, everybody, Miss North Carolina.
Coming up next is Azalea Festival invited guest Gracie Gold. She represented the United States at the 2014 Olympics in Sochi, Russia, where she won a bronze in the team event and finished 4th in the women's singles competition, the highest showing among Americans. Congratulations. Gracie Gold.
She won bronze, but she is Gracie Gold to us. Coming through now is Azalea Festival official artist Sharon Connolly Jones. She is a native Eastern North Carolinian and oil painter who pays homage to both our rural and coastal areas with her colorful paintings. Her piece, Southern Roots, is the 2024 official artwork for the North Carolina Azalea Festival. Big round of applause for Sharon Connolly Jones.
Coming up next is your 2024 Miss America's Teen, North Carolina's own Hanley House. Hanley's mission is to assist others in discovering and transforming their passions into profit, whether in terms of income, purpose, or learning opportunities. This is Miss America's Teen, Hanley House.
I know you guys hear that music. That is the sound of the School of Rock House Band. These amazing young musicians are riding on benefactor sponsors NC Ports and the North Carolina Education Lotteries float. Did you know that the most efficient port in North Carolina is right here in your backyard? The Port of Wilmington keeps supply chains and economies in drive by going the extra mile for its customers. With deep water ports in Wilmington and Morehead City and an inland port in Charlotte, North Carolina Ports is your gateway to global markets. And this again is the School of Rock House Band.
They sound awesome.
Awesome. That was the School of Rock of Wilmington. They offer classes, summer camps, and workshops to aspiring young musicians. You can visit their website at schoolofrock.com/locations/Wilmington.
All right, coming up next, we have 3 government representatives who serve the residents of the Cape Fear region. First up is Deb Butler, who serves in the North Carolina House of Representatives, representing the 18th House District.
Coming up after Representative Deb Butler is Representative Charlie Miller. He is a member of the North Carolina House of Representatives representing the 19th House District. Representative Charlie Miller, everybody.
Coming up next, we have Ted Davis Jr. He is serving his 12th year as a member of the General Assembly in the North Carolina House of Representatives, representing the 20th House District. And riding with him today are his 2 grandsons, T and Randall.
It's an exciting day to be riding with Grandpa.
Yeah.
The North Carolina Azalea Festival Parade. Coming up right behind Ted Davis is Senator Michael Lee. He is a member of the North Carolina Senate representing District 7. Senator Michael Lee, everybody.
Following Senator Lee, passing now are the Sudan Drum and Bugle Corps from Wilmington. Organized in 1923, the Sudan Shriners are happy to be returning to the North Carolina Azalea Festival Parade. And again, you are hearing the Sudan Drum and Bugle Corps. The Sudan Shriners are happy to be back. They were organized in 1923 and are returning to the Azalea Festival Parade this year.
Coming through right now is the UNCW women's basketball team and Sammy Seahawk. The UNCW women's basketball team just completed their first season under head coach Nicole Woods. The Seahawks made tremendous strides in their first year under Coach Woods, finishing with the most conference wins in 3 seasons. In addition, Taylor Henderson blossomed into UNCW's first CAA All-Rookie Performer in a decade. They are joined by your UNCW dance team, cheerleaders, and Sammy Seahawk. Go Seahawks! And that float is sponsored by In-Outsource. They provide law firms and other professional services organizations with expert consulting and technical implementation services in the areas of risk and compliance, conflicts of interest, new business intake, employee training, engagement, data analytics, and information governance.
Who you're seeing right now is the Carolina Panthers mascot, Sir Purr, a beloved fixture of football in the Carolinas. In his 30th season with the Panthers, armed with nimble feet, a great smile, and one huggable belly. This cat is best known for his silly antics and creative skits that can be seen on game day. He also makes numerous appearances, including visits to hospitals, schools, charity, and corporate events. Sir Purr has entertained crowds not only locally, but internationally. His ability to make people smile and bring out the child in everyone has caught the eyes of fans everywhere. One more time for Sir Purr.
And coming through right now, nobody could miss this. Here comes everyone's favorite furry little monster, Elmo. We want to thank you to Collins & Collins PLLC for sponsoring Elmo every year. Elmo says he's so happy to be here, visiting all the way from Sesame Street. Today, Elmo is carried by UNCW's Pi Kappa Alpha fraternity, expertly helping Elmo navigate those traffic lights.
Coming through now is the Support the Troops banner. The North Carolina Azalea Festival proudly supports all veterans, active duty service members, and their families. Thank you to everyone who has served our country. Again, you are seeing the Support the Troops banner. The North Carolina Azalea Festival proudly supports all veterans, active duty service members, and their families. Thank you to all who have served our country.
And here we have the Vietnam Veterans of America, Chapter 885 from Wilmington. They are representing veterans and veteran support groups in New Hanover County. That is Vietnam Veterans of America, Chapter 885. Big round of applause to those Vietnam veterans.
Following the Vietnam veterans is the U.S. Air Force Total Force Recruiting. The U.S. Air Force Total Force Recruiting Team includes representatives from the North Carolina Air National Guard, Air Force Reserve, Air Force Active Duty, and Air Force Special Warfare. If you're ready to start your path to a better future, you can find a local recruiter at airforce.com.
And we have some Air National Guard vehicles coming through, including a couple Humvees. It's pretty awesome. Next up, we have the Coastal Carolina Submarine Veterans. This group is made up of veterans who have served on U.S. submarines from World War II until now. The group exists to raise public awareness of the submarine service and those who have given their lives in the submarine service. The current USS North Carolina, SSN 777, one of the most powerful submarines in the world, was commissioned in Wilmington in 2008 and is currently on patrol in the Pacific Oceans. Everybody wave to the Coastal Carolina Submarine Veterans.
All right, coming up next, we have the New Hanover ROTC Go Wildcats. Again, that is the New Hanover ROTC Go Wildcats.
And right behind the New Hanover High School ROTC is Moores Creek National Battlefield, located in Curry, North Carolina. It's the site of the first decisive patriot victory of the American Revolution. Staff and volunteers, as well as members of the Moores Creek Battleground Association, are riding on that float today, dressed in period costumes. Everybody wave to the Moores Creek National Battlefield float.
Uh-oh, Matt. Here come the silly clowns. Thomas Marsh, Tom the Clown, has been clowning since he was 10 years old. He started participating in the North Carolina Azalea Festival in 1956.
Tom enjoys making people smile, especially children. For events and parties, you can call 910-471-2020. That's 910-471-2020, or just stop by at 5330 Fielding Drive in Wilmington.
You never know what he's going to do next. Tom with Port City Silly Clowns.
And we got Feisty here on the little go-kart, zipping around, everybody.
This has always been one of my favorite.
The Silly Clowns? Who doesn't love them?
The Port City Silly Clowns.
Coming up now, Gable sponsors Truist, Wells Fargo, Wilmington Eye, and Wilmington Grill with K9's First Service. Care isn't just what they do at Truist, it's who they are. They get involved in meaningful ways with their communities. Why? Because it's real connections and real care create better outcomes. Now that's powerful.
On that float, you're also seeing Wells Fargo, Wilmington Eye, Wilmington Grill, and K9s for Service. Coming up next is the U.S. Coast Guard. Their service and strength are defined by their core values of honor, respect, and devotion to duty, encapsulated in their motto, Semper Paratus, meaning always ready.
Big round of applause for the U.S. Coast Guard.
Thank you for your service to our country.
And coming up right now is Eagles Dare. We want to thank them for joining us this morning. Last night, Eagles Dare hosted the official Azalea Fest pre- and post-Chase Rice concert party. You probably know Eagles Dare. It's up the street. It's an old garage that's been converted into a bar and event space. It's super cool, so if you haven't been there, you should go check it out. Eagles Dare, everybody.
Comes Big Buddy, riding on a float, sponsored by Biddy & Bo's Coffee, Duke Energy, United Bank, and Wilmington Convention Center. All right, coming up now is Nemo, presented by Glendale sponsors A New Earth Project and South State Bank. Here comes Nemo.
Yeah, we're not looking for him anymore. We found him. Nemo swam all the way from 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney, to be here with us today, and is being helped down the route by UNCW sorority Tri Sigma. Just keep on swimming, Nemo.
Coming up next is Wilmington Mayor Bill Saffo. Please help welcome your mayor, Wilmington, Bill Saffo. Bill Saffo has been in City Hall since 2003 and mayor since 2006. A Wilmingtonian, Mayor Saffo is proud to serve the citizens of this great city and wants to welcome everyone to the 77th North Carolina Azalea Festival. Again, Wilmington's Mayor Bill Saffo.
Coming up behind Mayor Saffo is Councilman Charlie Rivenbark. He's the first in a series of councilmen that are coming through. Councilman Rivenbark is a longtime Azalea Festival volunteer and was actually festival president back in 2007. He is also a native Wilmingtonian and has served on the Wilmington City Council for 23 years. Everybody wave to Councilman Charlie Rivenbark.
Coming up next is Wilmington City Councilman Luke Waddell. Luke Waddell lives in Wilmington with his wife Amanda and their son Luke Jr.
And walking behind Councilman Luke Waddell is Councilman David Joyner. David Joyner is the youngest member of the Wilmington City Council. He was elected in 2023 and just recently turned 30. He is an 8th generation Eastern North Carolinian, and he works professionally as an attorney in criminal prosecutions. Councilman David Joyner, everybody.
And coming up next is Wilmington City Council member Celeste Andrews. She is a military veteran, small business owner, and grandmother, an advocate for the environment and animals. Celeste and her husband David share their home with their 2 rescued pit bulls, Rico and Stella. City Council member Celeste Andrews, and thank you for your service.
Right behind Councilwoman Andrews is Councilman Kevin Spears. Kevin Spears is a Wilmington native. Says he loves the people of Wilmington and loves what he's been able to do on the Wilmington City Council. After 4 years of dedication to the citizens of Wilmington, he's still challenged to make Wilmington the best city in the world and is honored to be considered the people's champ. Big round of applause for Councilman Kevin Spears, everybody.
And that wraps it up for our Wilmington City Council members. But coming up next, across the bridge in Brunswick County, we have Leland Mayor Brenda Bozeman. And I know Mayor Bozeman gets up and watches Good Morning Carolina.
Coming up behind Mayor Brenda Bozeman is the Carolina Parade Riders. They are a group of local horse riders from the Bar C Ranch in Leland who gather to do trail rides, beach rides, and parades. They ride quarter horses, Mustangs, Paints, and Appaloosas. When not trail riding, many of the horse and riders participate in ranch riding shows, cattle sorting, obstacle shows, and barrel game shows. Riders consist of advanced and beginner riders who gather weekly for events locally and across the state. This group has been riding together in parades for 11 years, and they do 10 to 15 parades a year. Of course, one of those, the North Carolina Azalea Festival Parade.
All right, coming up next is your National Mrs. United States Agriculture, Nicole Hall, riding in a boat from local dealership Marine Warehouse. Nicole is sponsored by Wilmington-based apparel company Beach and Barn. Head over to the street fair and visit their booth. This is National Mrs. United States Agriculture, Nicole Hall.
We got somebody on the front of the boat there fishing, it looks like. I wonder if he's catching anything. Coming through now, we have Miss East Coast Petite 2024. Brittany Querum, Miss East Coast Petite, is sponsored by National Dodge of Jacksonville. This is actually Greater Miss Carolina Sweetheart Petite Miss Myasia Alexandria Harris and Miss Southeast Christmas Teen Dixie Lynn Keeter.
And here comes Thalian Association Community Theater and some cast members from Disney's Beauty and the Beast Broadway musical Riding on a Float, sponsored by Prestige Beverage Company and WWAY. This enchanting musical is an associated event of the North Carolina Azalea Festival, playing at historic Thalian Hall today through April 14th. What fun for the whole family. Tickets are on sale at thalian.org. And Prestige Beverage, calling all rosé enthusiasts, Yes Way Rosé is the French rosé that you can actually say and is classic yet stylish. Matt,
and now we have
who
the
let the dogs out?
Yeah, I guess they did. We have the Sudan Shriners Keystone Cops. They are from Jacksonville, North Carolina, joining the parade today to promote and bring awareness to what the Shriners are and their goals of supporting Shriners Hospitals for Children. It's a great cause. Looks like we got one inmate in jail, but the other one escaped. He's walking along the street.
Somebody let the dog out. All right, coming down now is the Diamonds Dance Team. The Diamonds Dance Team was founded in Wilmington. Though they are new, they are unstoppable. Oh, they did it. The Diamond Dance Team.
Yes, they did.
Let's hear it for the Diamond Dance Team.
Coming through now, the Princess of North Carolina State Court 2023. The Princess of North Carolina State Scholarship Pageant is directed by Brian and Renee Honeycutt of Benson. Princess of North Carolina is celebrating 30 years and provides a program that enhances growth and challenges to help girls reach their own personal level of excellence. Their motto is, being the best of the best is not determined by the crown you wear, it is determined by those that watch how you wear it. The Princess of North Carolina State Court, everybody.
And coming up now is the Wilmington Riverfest Teen. Please welcome our 2023 Wilmington Riverfest royalty. We have Montgomery Lanier, your Wilmington Riverfest Teen. Montgomery Lanier looking pretty in pink this morning. This is your Wilmington Riverfest Teen.
Next up, we have another member of Wilmington royalty, your Wilmington's Miss Juneteenth, Atia Denise Johnson. Give it up for Miss Juneteenth, everybody.
Looking at royal and blue this morning. Matt, do you hear that?
I do.
That is the sound of the North Carolina State University Pipes and Drums. Founded in 1968, it is the oldest continuously functioning Scottish pipe and drum band in North Carolina and one of the oldest college university pipe bands in the United States. Wow, they sound incredible.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Again, let's hear it for the North Carolina State University Pipes and Drums.
Coming through now, the International Blooms Parade entry. While the Azalea Festival showcases the many diverse cultures of our area, the International Blooms program specifically highlights one country each year. This chosen country is highlighted at various festival events through special musical and dance performances, invited guests, groups representing the country, food and art displays, and more. In efforts to ensure each country is represented authentically, the Azalea Festival works with ambassadors and citizens who have that country's heritage. The Azalea Festival is honored to have received support this year from the Filipino American Association of the Lower Cape Fear, and also from the North Carolina House of Representatives, District 41, Representative Maria Cervenia. Representative Cervenia is the first Filipino elected to office in North Carolina. International Blooms is supported by Encino.
With the help of Cape Fear Community College and the Filipino American Association of the Lower Cape Fear, the festival is proud to have a custom-made float for our International Blooms highlighted country, the Philippines. The Filipino American Association of the Lower Cape Fear worked to design a float that represents various elements of the Philippines, including the Banao Rice Terraces and the Filipino flag. The festival would like to extend a huge thank you to all of the construction, carpentry, theater, and applied technologies professors and students who made their vision a reality.
And to continue our celebration of culture, we have our March of Nations. Representing the countries of Bolivia, Peru, and Chile, the llamas from the Summist pastures share their valuable cultural resource. Takiri means who creates music and dance. The purpose of the group is to show the Latin American culture through dance. They dance many rhythms from Latin America, specifically from Colombia, Puerto Rico, Ecuador, Mexico, Peru, and Guatemala. The majority of the dances have an African, European, and indigenous influence. Takiri Folklore Latino is a family where they share their values through dance. The members' ages range from 3 to older adults, as well as different nationalities, including Colombia, Mexico, Costa Rica, Honduras, Peru, Ecuador, Argentina, Puerto Rico, Uruguay, the United States, and France.
And the Wilmington Chinese American Cultural Association is a nonprofit organization founded in 2005 and is committed to promoting the understanding and appreciation of the Chinese cultural heritages and to strengthening the unity between Chinese and people from other cultural backgrounds. Their sponsors are 2 large cultural events every year, the Chinese New Year celebration party in the spring and a Moon Festival picnic in the fall. WCACA also actively participates in various cultural festivals such as the UNCW Intercultural Festival and the Azalea Festival. Coming up next is the Roger Bacon Academy Athletics Cheerleading. Classical Charter School of America believes in freedom of choice when it comes to public education. The Roger Bacon Academy manages tuition-free public schools of choice that serve all students regardless of income or academic ability. Our schools include Classical Charter School of America in Leland, Wilmington, and Whiteville. This is the Roger Bacon Academy Athletics Cheerleading Team. Looking good, ladies. Let's hear it for the Roger Bacon Academy Athletics Cheerleading Team.
Now we have the North and South Carolina Angels of Hope, an inclusive group of kings and queens from North and South Carolina who support local backpack programs and other organizations that help eliminate food insecurities. Give it up for the North and South Carolina Angels of Hope, everyone.
Coming up now is 2024 Miss United States of America North Carolina. Marielle Lee is the 2024 Miss United States of America North Carolina and will be competing in San Antonio, Texas this July. This is Marielle Lee. Let's hear it for your 2024 Miss United States of America North Carolina, Marielle Lee.
And coming through right now in that PT Cruiser is Miss North Carolina Volunteer and Miss North Carolina Teen Volunteer. Miss North Carolina Volunteer Haley Hudson and Miss North Carolina Teen Volunteer Perry Kim. Haley is a law student at UNC Chapel Hill. Perry is a sophomore at Heidi Trask High School. These ladies are smart and beautiful and represent North Carolina so well. Everybody give it up to Miss North Carolina Volunteer and Miss Teen Volunteer.
How's that song go? Everybody is Kung Fu. Okay. Up next is the Kung Fu Panda. This is Poe, presented by Aperol.
And now we have M's Flower Truck. They love to help with landscaping and container gardening at your home or business. You can look for the contact email on the tailgate of that little mini truck right there. What a beautiful little display that is. M's Flower Truck, everybody.
Up next is the Cape Fear Roller Derby, Wilmington Junior Roller Derby. Wilmington Junior Roller Derby joined by members of the Cape Fear Roller Derby. And the Wilmington Junior Roller Derby is for kids all ages, 7 to 17. Both leagues are open gender. Let's hear it for the Cape Fear Roller Derby, Wilmington Junior Roller Derby.
We have some more elected officials coming through right now. This is the New Hanover County Commissioners, starting off with Board of Commissioners Chair Bill Rivenbark. Commissioner Rivenbark was born and raised in New Hanover County and has served the citizens first as a board of the member of the Board of Education from 2018 to 2020, now as a county commissioner since December of 2020. He's a retired entrepreneur, having run a successful business in the restaurant and materials management industries. He spent many years giving back to the community as a volunteer with various community organizations and in the schools. He hopes everyone enjoys this year's North Carolina Azalea Festival. Commissioner Chair Rivenbark, everyone.
And coming up next is New Hanover County Commissioner Jonathan Barfield. Barfield is a second-generation county commissioner who has served New Hanover County citizens since December of 2008. His father, Jonathan Barfield Sr., served 3 terms as a county commissioner. Commissioner Barfield is honored to be a servant leader in this great community and hopes everyone enjoys this year's North Carolina Azalea Festival.
Coming up behind Commissioner Barfield is Commissioner Dane Scalise. He has served as a New Hanover County Commissioner since April of 2023. From 2016 to 2020, he served the citizens of North Carolina as Deputy Commissioner of the North Carolina Industrial Commission. He believes in the importance of giving back to the community and has volunteered with the Community Legal Project, the Compass Center for Women and Families, Habitat for Humanity, Legal Aid of North Carolina, and North Carolina for Military Employment, among others. He hopes everyone enjoys the festival this year.
And after Commissioner Scalise is Commissioner Rob Zappel. He is currently serving in his 3rd term in office. He is an active community member and small business owner and is involved with several nonprofit organizations. Commissioner Zappel has shared with us how important he thinks it is to be an advocate for the public process and to be an active part of efforts to support our schools, the creative economy, to protect our coastal environment, and to help the Wilmington and New Hanover County community grow and prosper. Commissioner Rob Zappel.
I think he approves of that description. And coming through right now is the Silky Smooth Drumline. That is smooth with a V. The Drumline was founded in 2022 by Ashley Rodwell. This community-based group from Nash County, North Carolina, focuses on pushing youth to be successful and learning how to be leaders in the community. The Silky Smooth Drumline. They are silky smooth. The Silky Smooth Drumline, everybody.
They sound good, and they've got some smooth moves.
Yeah, they're awesome.
All right, it looks like we've got some national champions coming up next. This is major sponsor New Hanover Printing with Coastal Cowboys. The Coastal Cowboys football and cheer. And the Coastal Cowboys football and cheer are coming up on a float sponsored by New Hanover Printing. Let's hear it for the Coastal Cowboys football and cheer.
And coming through right now is Tiny Miss Dublin Peanut, Arabella Johnson.
All right, Matt, what was I just saying about those clowns? I think there's some more coming. These are the Sedan Dunn clowns. They have been clowning around since 1952. They clown to promote Shriners Hospitals for Children, which help burned and disabled children. These are the Sedan Dunn clowns, clowning around to promote the Shriners Hospitals. Let's hear it for the Sedan Dunn clowns.
Right now we have Hawthorne Residential Partners. They are proud sponsors of the North Carolina Azalea Festival. Looks like they have, I believe, a friendly dog out there with them. You can visit Livet, WILM, to learn more about their top-rated communities in Wilmington. Hawthorne Residential Partners, everybody. Rolling through right now, we have the Port City Rollers. Please welcome your hometown Port City Rollers. Their home skating rink is the Scooters Family Skating Center. The group promotes the life of roller skating. They say you're never too old to roll. They have members from 5 years old to 65 years old. So strap on a set of wheels and let the good times roll. They hope to see you over at Scooters. The Port City Rollers, everybody.
Let's hear it one more time for the Port City Rollers. Coming up next is another major sponsor, Novant Health, with Princesses by Fairy Tales and Dreams by the Sea. Riding on major sponsor Novant Health's float are princesses from Fairy Tales and Dreams by the Sea. Invite royalty to your next party or event by visiting fairytalesanddreamsbythesea.com. And following the princesses, Fairy Tales and Dreams by the Sea is the New Hanover High School Band. They sound fantastic this morning. Again, this is the New Hanover High School Band. Let's hear it for your New Hanover High School Band.
Coming up now, the 2023 Miss New Hanover County Court. The Miss New Hanover County pageant is open to young women ages 18 months to 26 years. This driven group of ladies is very active in the community and is proud to support Victory Junction. Miss New Hanover County Court, everybody.
Looking beautiful ladies with Miss New Hanover County Court. Coming up next is Emery Arlen Jackson. She is your 2023-2024 National All-American Miss Princess, a Clayton, North Carolina native. Emery is a second grade student at Riverdale Elementary. As part of her reign, she hopes to support her platform, the Bubba Box Project, providing memory boxes to grieving children. This is Emery Arlen Jackson, your 2023-2024 National All-American Miss Princess.
Coming up next, we have Little Miss North Carolina, Amaya Mackenzie Washington. She's a 10-year-old honor student from Winston-Salem. She's coached by Miss Kanisha Sierra Turner, who is the executive director of Executive Reign. Amaya is a true daddy's girl. Big round of applause for Amaya Mackenzie Washington.
Coming up next is the Miss North Carolina Queen of Hope State Pageant. It's a community service-based program. Reigning queens participate in 1 to 2 service projects every month. They are a busy group throughout the year, making a difference in the community. They have chosen St. Jude Children's Research Hospital as their main benefactor. A $2,000 scholarship is also awarded to the Miss winner. Also on the float are her pageant sisters representing various age groups and awards.
Next up, we have Glendale sponsors, a New Earth Project, and South State Bank with the LGBTQ Center of the Cape Fear Coast. The LGBTQ Center of the Cape Fear Coast provides a home for outreach, community education, and advocacy for LGBTQ plus people in southeastern North Carolina. A New Earth Project is proud to be a sponsor for the Azalea Festival, helping to make the garden party a sustainable event. And South State Bank has more than 5,000 dedicated team members, one of the leading regional banks in the Southeast.
All right, it's starting to get a little noisy. Coming up next is Techniques in Motion. Techniques in Motion School of Dance is under the ownership of Terry Batson and artistic director Jennifer Spivey Grooms. Ages preschool through adult. For information, head to their website. This is Techniques in Motion.
Techniques in Motion. School dance. 30 years. Come on, put the hands together.
You heard it from them directly.
I love his energy.
Yeah.
This is Techniques in Motion.
Coming through now, the Wilmington Alumni Chapter of North Carolina A&T State University. The Wilmington chapter meets regularly on the first Saturday of each month at 9 a.m. virtually on Zoom. They support community education and are working to fund a scholarship for local students attending North Carolina A&T State University. The Wilmington Alumni Chapter of North Carolina A&T State University, everybody.
Coming up next are the winners of the 2 Azalea Festival Youth Contests who have vividly and colorfully captured the charm and beauty of this exceptional festival. First is Ira Satyajit, a 6th grader from Wilmington Academy of Arts and Sciences for her essay, Wilmington's Garden of Calm. We also have Sebastian Flores, a 7th grader from Noble Middle School. He won for his poem, Wilmington's Embrace.
Following close behind is the Youth Art Contest float, showcasing artwork of talented student artists from all across our state. More than 540 entries were submitted this year. Riding on the float and holding their amazing artwork are the top entrants in each category. Please join us in congratulating these artists, especially the first place winners. Karina Gao, a 2nd grader from Berean Baptist Academy in Fayetteville. Davis Price, a 5th grader from Wilmington Christian Academy. Nita Broadbeck, a 6th grader from R. Max Abbott Middle School in Fayetteville. Sydney Cortina, a 12th grader from Cape Fear Academy. After the parade, drop by the Community Arts Center at the Hannah Block Center or visit the Azalea Festival website to get a better look at the top artwork and the top essays and poems.
Coming up next, riding on major sponsor Hotel Ballast Float are the Cape Fear Garden Club, Azalea ambassadors, and members of the Carolina Little Miss Spring Fling Court with the Little and Teen Miss Southeastern Queens. Representing the Azalea ambassadors are high school students from the local area, Charlotte Melroy, Claire Casey, Gwyneth Powell, Hayes Hoffman, Jack Malloy, Jennifer Aris Briones, Leah Maple, Mia Neuwirth, Shea Katza, and Emma Thornton. These are your Cape Fear Garden Club Azalea ambassadors.
Up next, we have Jeliza Wade, 2024 Petite Miss North Carolina Yam Festival. And Jovan Wade, the 2024 Baby Master Loris Bogoff.
They are adorable. Coming up next here is your Greater Miss Carolina sweetheart, Paisley Campbell. Matt, do you know what kind of car that is?
I'm trying to get a closer look.
It looks good. We also have Princess Charity Renee King.
Up next, the Williston Senior High School Legacy Graduates class of 1969 and 1970. Dating back to 1866, Williston Senior High School was Wilmington, North Carolina's first accredited high school for black students. Even though closing in 1968, it reopened its doors for the legacy graduates from the 2 classes, 1969 and 1970, marking a significant milestone on July 1st, 2023, known as the Legacy Graduates. Williston Senior High School Legacy Graduates class of 1969 and 1970. We have class president Ulysses Slade from the class of 1969 coming through right now. They got their caps and gowns and everything.
Proud alumni. All right, coming up next, Eastern Garbage. Somebody's got to do it. It's Eastern Garbage.
Eastern Garbage, everybody. Coming through now, we have the Penthouse. The Penthouse is a private members club on Front Street here in downtown Wilmington. You can check them out on Instagram at the Penthouse ILM and get your membership today. Once again, the Penthouse, a private club on Front Street in downtown Wilmington.
Coming up next, riding on Gable sponsors Business Growers, Embassy Suites by Hilton, Wilmington Riverfront, Griffin E-Step Benefit Group, Michael and Russell PLLC, is First Tee Wilmington. There is a legal firm here in Wilmington that can help with adoption, surrogacy, and reproductive rights. Michael and Russell is proud to be the first law firm in the area to focus on adoption and collaborative law.
And right now we have Princess of Southern Carolina, Princess Charity Renee King. And North Carolina USA Ambassador teen Mia Roberts. And we should have known the Sudan Shriners were not done. They're not just clowning around.
We are the Sudan Shriners Van Patrol based in Onslow County. They have members from Onslow, Pender, Carteret, and New Hanover counties. They ride so our children can walk.
That looks fun. I want to do that.
No, these are the Sudan Shriners Van Patrol. Again, they ride so your children can walk. They support the Shriners Hospital for Children. Watch out. Ooh, that looks fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. And here we have major sponsor Coastal Kia with the Boys and Girls Club. The Boys and Girls Clubs of Southeastern North Carolina is committed to changing the lives of the youth they serve. Their mission is to inspire and, through character development, enable all young people, especially those who need the most, to reach their full potential as productive, caring, responsible citizens. The Boys and Girls Club of Wilmington, brought to you by Coastal Kia.
All right, coming up next is Sheets. It's a family-owned and operated convenience store brand with 680 locations and counting, with new Sheets stores popping up in our area. So do new opportunities to join Sheets. They offer off-the-charts work perks, including high wages, quarterly bonuses, paid time off, tuition reimbursement, 401k, food and drink discounts, and more. Join the Sheets Work fam and find your people at their new Hampstead location opening later this summer. Sheets.
Now we have OTWILM. I'm thinking maybe that stands for On the Way. They're a locally owned and operated black car service ready to help with your next event, concert, or airport transportation. OTWILM.
Coming up now, we have the Dancing Divas, a dance team here in Wilmington. Coach Nye and Coach Rye are the coaches for this team. They're doing this for the community to give these girls something to do after school, and they do plan on expanding. They're dancing their way down here, the Dancing Divas. Making their way this way, the Dancing Divas. It's a dance team here in Wilmington. And again, Coach Nye and Coach Rye are the coaches for the team. They're doing this for the community to give these girls something to do after school, and they do plan on expanding. These are the Dancing Divas. Let's give them a big round of applause.
Up next, we have our current Miss North Carolina Outstanding Teen, Kerrigan Brown. The pageant is focused on young ladies from the ages of 13 to 18 years of age. Miss North Carolina Teen. If you're interested, just go to missnc.org. And this next vote, also part of the Miss North Carolina Teen Scholarship Pageant. Big round of applause for Miss North Carolina Teen.
I think I'm supposed to hear something.
I think the Shriners have every form of transportation.
The Sudan Shriners Choo Choo must be on the way past. The Shriners Choo Choo is a staple of the Azalea Festival Parade and a crowd favorite every year.
There we go.
There it is, the Choo Choo.
Now we have North Carolina Southern Regal State Pageant Court, the 2024 North Carolina Southern Regal Pageant, Queens Court. Executive Directors Gary and Denise Cooper of Mount Pleasant, North Carolina. Carolina Southern Regal's motto is more than just a crown. At Southern Regal, they're a pageant with a heart for service, and they encourage their queens to give back to their community, state, and nation. The 2024 North Carolina Southern Regal State Pageant Queens.
Riding on a major sponsor, End of Days Distilleries float, is the Delia Stanley Duo.
Up now, we have the Blueberry Queen Court, presented by Sound Retirement Solutions, Inc., located in downtown Wilmington on the corner of 6th and Market Streets. They'll help you with all your retirement planning needs. This is the Blueberry Queen Court, brought to you by Sound Retirement Solutions.
All right, who has a dog out here? I mean, not with you, but who owns a dog? Who's got a dog at home? Come on, I know more. There are more of you. Does your pup need to freshen up? Contact Fur Around and find out for a bath or a full haircut. Fur Around and find out. That's a great name. Speaking of doggies.
Yeah, we have some more coming up behind. These are some of the best boys and girls around, the wonderful service dogs in training from Paws for People. Riding on Gable sponsors Horton and Mendez, Encino, Rev Federal Credit Union, and River Landings Float, Paws for People is accompanied by the winners of our Azalea Festival Pet Royalty Contest. And I believe that is the float that is following them up with some of the winners from the Azalea Festival Pet Royalty Contest. The dog winners this year, West, Seamus, and McLeod. The cat winners, Miso, Flurry, Greywind, Hepburn, and Hercules. And some other winners, Apollo the horse, Messi the frog, and Pumpkin the guinea pig. Coming through now is a Fulford Heating and Cooling in that little micro van with what looks like an AC compressor on top. They are family owned and have been operating in Wilmington for 50 years in the area. They are now under their third generation of family ownership. Fulford Heating and Cooling, everyone.
Probably the coolest van there is.
Literally.
Coming up next is True Foundation Ministry. They're riding today as a community that sticks together with a lot of love. Again, this is True Foundation Ministry riding today as a community that sticks together with a lot of love.
And the parade's not over yet. We do still have some more groups coming down the road. We have a dance group coming up in just a moment.
All right, guys, put your hands together for the Elegant Gems dance team, originating in Raleigh, working with girls 5 through 18 years old.
All right, coming up behind the dance team is another float. Riding on donor sponsors Cape Fear Public Utility Authority, Cardinal Point East Group at Morgan Stanley, Catalyst Clinical Research, and Corning Incorporated's float are members of the Wilmington Performing Arts. That is Wilmington Performing Arts.
Coming up next is Cape Fear Public Utility Authority. It's a water and wastewater provider for Wilmington and New Hanover County. You can find out why CFPUA's drinking water is clearly better at cfpua.org/clearlybetter.
Coming through now, Lutheran Services of the Carolinas. It's a nonprofit organization providing health and human services across the Carolinas for the last 60 years. Programs include senior services like Trinity Grove and Trinity Landing, which are located right here in Wilmington, and child and family services providing foster care, refugee resettlement, residential support services for adults with intellectual disabilities and brain injuries. To learn more about Lutheran Services of the Carolinas, just go to lscarolinas.net.
All right, and we want to say a big thank you to Cape Fear Jeep Club for driving our guests today.
And coming up now, we have Kermit the Frog, presented by Encore sponsors Stella Artois and Wicked Weed, and Glendale sponsors 21 Seeds Tequila and Blade and Bow. Here comes Kermit the Frog, strumming along his trusty banjo. Kermit is sponsored by 21 Seeds Tequila, Blade and Bow, Stella Artois, Wicked Weed, and here he comes. Kermit the Frog, everybody. 21 Seeds Tequila was created by two sisters and a friend to inspire you to gather your tribe, cross borders, share ideas, and make connections. Blade and Bow, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, pays homage to the artful passion and renowned craftsmen of the legendary Stitzel Weller Distillery with a unique Solera aging system.
All right, now we have Sophia Kelstrom, the 100th Miss Asheville. She is one of 5 women in America to receive the Centennial Miss America Preliminary Gold Crown. She will represent the Asheville area on the Miss North Carolina stage in June this year. Sophia served as a member of the Azalea Queen's Court in 2021 and is very excited to be back in Wilmington for this year's festivities. Let's hear it for Sophia Kelstrom, the 100th Miss Asheville.
Your 2024 North Carolina Azalea Festival princess is Ming Vu. She is a junior in the Lyceum Academy at New Hanover High School. Her court includes Callie Cromartie from John T. Hoggard High School, Kylie Cantor and Mary Catherine O'Malley from E.A. Laney High School, and Emmy Russ from the Brunswick County Early College High School.
And we want to say thank you to Diane Collins of Diesel Parts of Carolina for sponsoring our Azalea Festival princess and her court in today's parade.
And the moment we've all been waiting for, the Azalea Festival Queen and her court. Your 2024 Queen Azalea is Sharon Lawrence, a North Carolina native, claiming both Charlotte and Raleigh as her hometowns. Sharon is a celebrated actress of both stage and screen. The festival would like to thank Sharon for joining us this week and for being our 77th Queen Azalea.
Riding along with Queen Azalea are her court with members Abby Britt, Miss Garner from Raleigh, an honor graduate of UNC Chapel Hill.
Callie McIntyre, Miss Moore County from Pinehurst, North Carolina. She's a summa cum laude graduate of Point Park University.
Ashley Leonard, Miss Randolph County from Southern Pines, a Dean's List senior at UNC Chapel Hill.
Sarah Beth Howard, Miss Sandhills from Wilmington, North Carolina. She's a Dean's List graduate of UNC Chapel Hill.
Hannah Harvey, Miss Metrolina from Statesville. She has degrees from Duke and Appalachian State University.
Taylor Foley, Miss Thomasville from Harrisburg, North Carolina. She's a cum laude graduate of UNC Charlotte.
Keely Jones, Miss Central Carolina from Hendersonville, a senior Dean's List student at UNC Charlotte.
And Jamie Logan, Miss Iredell County from Cape Carteret, North Carolina. She has degrees from Methodist University and West Virginia University.
All right, and bringing up the rear, we have the Azalea Limousine Services. Thank you so much for joining us this morning for the 77th North Carolina Azalea Festival Parade presented by the U.S. Army.
We hope you guys had a great time, and make sure to check out the street fair and all the other great Azalea events going on throughout the weekend. Have a fantastic time.